You know, it's a dream for a young boy like me, obviously being here since I was 9 years old, then to get the chance to play at my homeboy club, it's been amazing, so unreal.
When that space opened up in front of you in the second half, did you just think, why not have a shot? Why not?
Yeah, obviously, as I was getting closer to the goal, I just decided I might as well shoot because I had the space. And obviously with the crowd as well, getting behind you, so yeah, I just went for it.
How aware were you of the roar of the crowd when the ball went in?
I never knew
the ball was amazing.
I never knew the ball went in, so obviously when you hear the crowd and you're like, oh wow, then I just didn't know what to do. I was just over the moon. When
it left your foot, did you think, I might have this?
When I hit it, I did hit it cleanly, so then the rest take care of itself.
It's been a heck of a week for you. How much of a heads up did you get? How much of a heads up did the head coach give you that you were going to be involved this week?
Obviously I've been training with them since pre-season. Obviously I've done well in the pre-season games, but I just took it as they came by. The manager said I was playing, I was ready, but I was a bit surprised for obviously the Super Cup game as well, but it shows that my work has paid off.
What a few days for Trevor Chalobah. He made his first team debut for Chelsea in midweek in the Super Cup win over Villarreal. He scored his first Premier League goal in Chelsea blue, and he joined the club when he was 8 years old. And you can imagine now, taking that into context, why he was so emotional when he scored the goal.
Yeah, you can, and I don't think it's that easy to come in and play as a centre-half when you're so young either. You normally, see attacking players, or even if it's a centre-half playing full-back to start with, just bedding them in. But I do think it's a position that a young lad like Chalobah can come in and make his own, because I don't think they're that strong. You've got players that are aging back there. It's a position where you can make maybe an imprint into this team. And it was a brilliant strike. I mean, he's not going to be scoring too many of these in his career, but this is icing on the cake. This is a bonus and a great moment for the youngster.
Yeah, it's a great strike, as Michael said, and a young player as well. He's been at the club for a long time. He's been out on loan 2 or 3 times, I think.
Yeah,
so he's got a little bit of experience and done really well. He'd be chuffed with that goal.
Yeah, Chelsea were clearly the dominant side across the 90 minutes, particularly in that first half. But it took them until 26 minutes to take the lead. Marcus Alonso with a trademark free kick, really.
He scores a lot of goals, doesn't he, for a left-back. And when he's put the ball down here, you always fancy him to hit the ball into that far corner. Goalkeeper doesn't move a muscle. The free kick in the lead up to it was debatable. But there was nothing debatable about this second goal. Again, Mount was involved in it down on that right-hand side, a 1-2, and Pulisic is there to mop it up, Scholesy.
Yeah, I blame the keeper for both goals. Well, not for both goals. I think the first one's a good free kick. I think he could have at least made his way over to that near post for the free kick. He didn't move. We all know where Alonso's going. And that one as well, he does well to cut it out from Werner, of course, just from the tap. To stop a tap in for him, but again he just parries it out straight into where Pulisic is, and it's it's good anticipation for Pulisic as well. Give him credit for that.
And it puts Chelsea in perfect heart going into 2 tough away games, Liverpool and Arsenal, both on the road. Lukaku to come back, and look, if you also factor in the fact that they made 5 changes to the side that won the Super Cup in midweek, I mean we are seeing a Chelsea that has some proper squad depth. I mean we knew that last season, but with Lukaku into the equation, does that make them a new force for you, a much stronger force?
Definitely a much stronger force. Yeah. I know a lot of people that fancy them to win the league this season. Thomas Tuchel himself was asked, and the reporter was put it to them that they're favourites this season. I wouldn't go that far. I still think Manchester City are the team to beat, but they're very, very strong. They always were a strong team. Lacked a few goals, but they're hoping, obviously, Lukaku will come and fix that. And they've scored 3 goals today through different players. That will please Thomas Tuchel as well. But they have to get more goals. I mean, Scholes, you mentioned before, 7 goals was their highest scorer last season. He was the penalty taker, which is a poor effort. You're not going to win the Premier League with a tally like that. So Lukaku has to come in, and other players have to start scoring a lot more as well.
5 Premier League games. Our feature match has seen Chelsea 2-0 up at home to Crystal Palace. They got off the mark with a Marcus Alonso free kick, but should the foul have been given in the first place?
I wasn't sure. In fact, I'm going to say no. I know a lot of people will be in uproar with that call, but I think when the Premier League are talking about a higher threshold, or referees are talking about a higher threshold this year, I think that's very, very minimal. Certainly not enough to knock somebody off their feet. If you look where the ball is going, it's going right to Saha, and I think he's thought, oh, I'm going to lose the ball here, I'll go down. No question at all about the free kick, though, Scholesy.
No, yeah, it's a decent free kick. Keeper does disappoint me slightly. I think we all know, we've seen Alonso take free kicks so many times. We know exactly where he's going. Keeper doesn't read it, and it's a goal. You've
got high standards, haven't you? Decent free kick. Is that all it is?
Well,
yeah.
You expect that. We've seen him do it many a time before.
Yeah.
It's a decent
but you think Guaita should have done better? Should he have done better for the second goal by Christian Pulisic?
Possibly. I mean, it's not easy. He's gambled. He sort of read the cross from Mason Mount. Mount's been involved in both goals.
He has, yeah.
Nice little 1-2 there. And he's read it. In fact, he's gone in and stopped Werner from getting a tap in, really. But you would hope he could either parry it safer, or you'd hope he could catch it, or even come out a little bit further and do a bit better. But what he's done is just left it lingering in a dangerous area, and Pulisic has mopped it up.
I think he has to keep hold of it. I think if he's coming there, he's got anything rebounds, and you expect a forward to be coming on Pulisic. You have to give him credit. He does expect the rebound and finishes it well.
I thought I didn't like goalkeepers, but he's really fearful, isn't he?
Chelsea have had Palace at arm's length pretty much in that first half. Palace haven't had a shot on goal. They've not had a touch in the opposition box either. What do they need to do in the second half to get back into it?
Well, it's difficult. They're playing against a good team, don't forget, but Palace look a tired team already. It's difficult, like I say, against a Chelsea team, keep possession really well. They've got to try and play on the counter-attack as they did for the most of the last couple of years under Roy. They've got great pace in Zaha, just haven't had the opportunity to use it yet.